Hey Sagittarius, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Google Radio, and my name is Sadie. I'm really happy to have you here. I'm grateful for your energy, and let's see what your guides want you to know right now, Sag. Whoa, okay, that flew out. And let's see what's at the bottom of this deck. I'm actually hearing cut the deck, so that's interesting. And then see what's at the bottom. All right, we have universal flow. We'll take that, okay? So we have unwavering faith that almost popped out when on the floor. 48 unwavering faith. It says you are being asked to have faith in the unseen. Sag. And then universal flow with number 7. It says it is time for you to slow down, breathe, and take time to smell the roses. All right, Sag. So this is all universal energy coming through for you, meaning you are being really asked to like trust, right? Like I'm seeing someone throwing their hands up, surrendering, free falling, and like knowing that there's a huge ass net that's gonna catch them, because it is, Sag. I'm telling you from your guides, the net is there. The net is there. You're never gonna fall and hit your butt on the ground. There is something there to catch you, and so let's see what this energy is about. What is this universal flow? First of all, for Sagittarius. We have the King of Cups that came out. We have the King of Cups that came out. We have the Prince of Jars, which is the Princess of Jars, which is the Page of Cups, or the, sorry, not the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, okay? So 2 cups energy for Sagittarius. And then we have the Fool, the Tower, oof, and the Ace of Wands. Notice that all 3 of these things came out together. So that means in this circumstance, the Tower is not negatively affecting you, or it's not going to perceive as negatively affecting you, because it's not. Now we know that the Tower can be perceived as being negative. It can be perceived as being harmful, but in this circumstance, Sag, this Tower is coming to expand you beyond your wildest dreams. Why? Because we have the Fool, we have the Ace of Wands that came out with it. And I'm going to clarify further, but this is definitely, Sag, an energy of like, Spirit is now saying you are in the flow of a new beginning. You're on the road that you're currently on right now is leading you to a new beginning, a fresh energy. You have the Ace, which is number 1, and we have the Fool, which is a number 0. So you might have just completed a really challenging phase of your life, or just let's just say a different phase of your life where oh yeah, look at this, guys. At the bottom we have the Death card. So you've been through a transformation of some sort. Clarify the Tower for Sagittarius, please. Clarify the Tower, please. Whoa, Sag, you're not gonna freaking believe this. And then it was at the bottom, I just turned the deck around, the 10 of Pentacles. At the bottom we have the Ace of Pentacles. Another ace, meaning another emphasis on the new beginning. The 10 of Pentacles come out to clarify the Tower can mean a lot of different things. What I feel for you is one of 2 things. One of some of you half of you could have just dealt with a transformation within the family line, the lineage, meaning you've destroyed a lineage way, meaning, okay, how can I break this down for you, Sag? Cleared a lineage, cleared something in your lineage. That's what I'm getting. So let's say your family, your line has always, like, no matter what, there's always some level of poverty. There's some level of like, no matter how good of a job someone has, no matter how much time they spend at work and like working their asses off, there's never a moment where they're receiving an amount of abundance that matches the effort, right? Because most of the time when that happens is because we karmically have something to clear, because we've already been in the cycle of poverty for so long, especially within our family line, that it's challenging to uproot that. It's almost like pulling a root from the ground, Sag, right? Like, like you're pulling it, and it won't come out, no matter how much effort how much muscle and effort you're putting into it. This is what I feel some of you have been doing. You've been pulling up the root, but not just pulling it up with your muscles, but you've been studying that root, learning its minerals, learning when it rains, the roots become weaker. And I'm using this as a metaphor, Sag, but what I really mean is that you've been studying the path of your family line. And you've been trying to figure out why these particular circumstances keep happening, or it happened until it got to you, right? And so some of you with this Ten of Pentacles clarifying the Tower, this is you uprooting those things. This is you challenging the normalcy that people normalize this in your family, poverty, any kind of addictions or anything like that. This is you saying it stops. This stops now, right? The other side of this, with the Tower and the Ten of Pentacles clarifying it, is that some of you are now ready to receive this level of status, abundance, and like prosperity that you will now share with the family, the and chosen family. I'm getting something on adoption. I'm getting the word adoption. I don't know. It's not coming through clearly, so I don't know what that's about. Maybe some of you don't know where you come from, or that's been the challenge in your life, is that you feel displaced, or you was a person that was adopted, and I don't know. There's something about adoption. I'm gonna leave it there, but if it comes through again, I'll say. But it does feel like the other half of you are definitely bringing in this level of wealth and status into your family line now. Okay, we have the King of Swords. Yeah, I think, Sag, now you see things from a higher perspective. There's a clarity that you see. You're not in the roots with it. You're not down in the ground, fighting with the roots. You're above it. You're seeing like, oh, if I just grab this shovel over here, put it at this angle, the root would definitely just pop out the ground. You're not tugging and warring with this energy anymore. Whatever the circumstance is, whatever this thing that you are uprooting for you, your life, your family, you are seeing it from a higher perspective. You're using your thoughts, your knowledge, your wisdom to counteract this. I almost heard disability. I don't know why. I heard the word disability. But disability, not the way we defined it, right? Disability metaphorically meaning something that's been disabling your family in some way, or disabling you. Something has been disabling you, yes, but no more. So what's coming towards Sagittarius? Anything else? Any other advice for Sagittarius? But you're needing to have faith. I'm hearing that again. Like, you need to trust that this is what's coming out of the work and the responsibilities that you've done. That the things that you've done has led to, it's going to lead to the ultimate reward. So final messages. Not final, but like, what's your advice, guys, for Sag? We have the Three of Wands. Look at this. Ships are coming in, guys. Can you see those ships on I almost said the narrow sea. I watch too much Game of Thrones and stuff. But can you see off in the distance those ships? He's like waiting for those ships to come in. So clearly you have great things. Wow, shrimp underneath the deck. So Leos could be involved in this somehow, but it definitely feels like your ships are coming in. Like what you've never expected arrived in the beautifulest package. Like, your blessings are happening, Sag. What are these ships that are coming in? We have the Two of Pentacles. I could have sworn something else flipped over. No. Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So definitely this is involving finances or your physical reality in some way. Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles. You are definitely, you've been a diligent, you've been a good shepherd to what you've been given in your life, right? We think of shepherds in terms of sheep. For you, this is taking on anything, right? Something that you were given in your lifetime to take care of, to baby, to nurture, to expand, to disable it. So now we're using that word in a different context. Okay, Spirit. Okay. Your guides are they're pretty intellectual, these people coming through this energy. Sorry, that's coming through. Disabling it, like you disable a bomb, right? You are disabling this section, this thing that you've been given, that has been injuring your family for so long. You are the responsible one. You are responsible for this. And you've done the work. You've put in the effort, and now somehow, some way, the universe is saying, well, Sag, we want to acknowledge that with our protection, first of all, because you are protected, Sag. And then we want to acknowledge you with something tangible, right? Because the pentacles are tangible energies. So let's get final message. One more card. One flew out already. One more card for Sagittarius, clarifying this message. One more for Sag. Let's see. Okay. The first one that flew out was the Looking Glass of Life. It says, as you become an awakened dreamer, you realize you are not just connected to all beings, you are them. Be willing to see that life is truly your mirror, and what you do to someone else, you do to yourself. The more you love, the more love comes back to you. Ooh, I love that. Then we had let your heart do the thinking. The best solution will not be found between your ears. In the maze of your mind, in the maze of your mind, through powerless, oh my God, I know this word. Powerless analysis. You guys know what I'm talking about. Your best guidance can be found in the moment, in the loving sanctuary in the center of your heart. Let love lead you, and you will find your way. Okay? I think what I'm getting with this particular message here is that I think a lot of you had to like break apart a lot of systems and like people you had to part ways with. I think that was very, very challenging for you, Sag. And ideas and recipes that you thought worked. Like, it's something that this feels like a heartbreak. I'm getting with that message. It feels like you had to really step away from certain things, even things that was quote unquote working, but in actuality wasn't sustainable. And so this has been a challenging ordeal for you. And that's why the universe is saying, well, just have faith. Have faith that it wasn't for nothing. Have faith that you are being seen for your effort. Have faith that life is looking at you the way you're looking at it. You want your life to be beautiful. You want your life to be abundant. You want your life to be healthy. You want your life to be everything that it wasn't for your family before you or your family members beside you. And so they see that the universe is seeing what you're seeing, Sag. And the reason why they're seeing what you're seeing is not only because they're above us and they're in full energy and they can see everything, but because they gave you that seeing, they gave you that sight. So the gift, the thing that you want, Sag, they also want for you. And I feel that deep within me for you. Like, I feel that your guides are saying, Sag, you are protected. You don't realize how protected you are. And the reason why you're so protected is because you were giving this task, and they wouldn't leave you out there to like hang in the balance and like wonder what the hell is going to happen. And it might be that feeling temporarily, but trust me and believe me, Sag, Spirit is about to come through with a blessing. Okay? So I hope that this message was helpful. I hope that it was resonating with you, Sag. If so, give this message a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye.